Good morning. We are here today to talk about friendship. Friendship takes many forms. There is the bond between individuals like the two of us, alliances between communities, and the friendship that exists between nations.
During the civil rights days, the great Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel coined the phrase as he marched armed and armed through the streets of Selma, Alabama with his friend, the great Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He said that he was praying with his feet. Rabbi Heschel understood that prayer coupled with action could bring about amazing achievements.
Today, in the African American community, we hear the call of our Jewish brothers and sisters. We see the challenges Israel faces, and like Rabbi Heschel, we will not be silent nor still. DeeDee and I first met in the airport on our way to Tel Aviv. I was a small town mayor and she was a reverend from Detroit. The two of us were brought together by AIPAC's Education Foundation for a mission to Israel.
We traveled the Holy Land together, understanding the power in our steps. We bonded over shared histories and stories as sorority sisters and leaders. We were then and remain determined to create stronger communities and improve lives.
Not long after our trip, I was elected to Congress. And suddenly, what I learned in Israel became the basis for a number of the votes I was called to make on the House floor. I am proud to stand here today and call myself a pro-Israel member of Congress. Thank you. Thank you.
After my trip to Israel, I came to understand more deeply what God was calling me to do for such a time as this. To use my voice and express my desire to a land I had first come to love in the Bible and then in person. I traveled the United States talking with AIPAC audiences about the special relationship between America's Jewish and African American communities because I believe that friendships matters. Yes, I am an AIPAC Washington Club member. I proudly serve on AIPAC's National Council, for I am a pro-Israel advocate.
As the newly elected chairwoman of the Congressional Black Caucus, I assure you that you have my continued friendship and leadership. I will always work to ensure that my fellow members of Congress understand that Israel is not simply an issue of concern to one people or to one community. Israel's security is critical for all Americans because, as DeeDee and I know, a strong Israel is an essential component of a strong America.
We have come here today to thank you, AIPAC, for your friendship, for your leadership, and your partnership, which paved the path for us and others to walk. May we continue to walk that path together, praying with our feet toward a day of strength and security, prosperity, and peace for our beloved Israel. Thank you so very much.